Damn it, team. That loaded up a little bit too fast for me to finish my tic tacs, but it shouldn't be too bad. There'll be a few little squeaks here and there, but hopefully not too many. We have Titus and Catragon here, and a 2v2, this little tournament 2v2. Now, a lot of these are popping up, and I think most of them are originating from Scouts tournament over there. So I have been watching the videos that Scout's been popping out, but there's been quite a few of them, so I think what's probably going to happen is I will be forgetting sort of which one's which. So if you don't mind, I'd really appreciate if, especially if it's say Titus or Catragon is sent it to him. 2, if you know which Scout video correlates to this battle here, could you please, pop that in the comments and I'll shove it in the description, just so that I can, link those together. I always like to do that. If somebody else does a battle, I always like to, so that you can, see how they see it. And if I miss something, they might pick it up, and I might pick something up that they miss. Who knows? So yeah, if Scout has done this one, please pop that in the comments for me. I popped on grass today. Normally I have grass turned off, just because, blooming heck. It's most of the time we're in like cities and the like, so you don't really want grass like all over the nice paths. But wow, that is pretty, isn't it? It does sort of add something to the grassy plains when you zoom on in. Anyway, Titus got Mordor today. A lot of orc fodder, orc archers, orc fodder, orc javies. Jeez, oh, that is a very wide fodder line there. Then behind some maulers with some more orc fodder. My goodness me, this is just trash city. With the power on the left here, Inquisitor, Melkor's Chosen, Temple Guard, and Olokai. Okay, it's not all trash. There's Minas Morgul Chosen and Temple Executioners in here. And now there might be Nazgul mixed in amongst all of this somewhere. The Maulers don't even have an armor upgrade. My goodness me, this would just be blessed if you had like an infantry line to just slaughter your way through that. But I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous about that. Definitely not the type of army I could handle. We do have some... Oh, here's the deal. Right. This is a nice strategy. Okay, we're trying to rinse them with Shadow Bowfire when they come in. So, Catragon there. He's got his strong crossbows out front. No armor for them. Gamp Rim line behind. And then the Innis Rim. 2 Innis Rims. Dragon's Wrath Warlords and Dragon Knights there. Now, I'm seeing something jumping around. Is it the crossbows? Yes, there they are. Dragon's Wrath crossbows there, mixed in amongst some of the Flag Rim and Gamp Rim. So they'll probably just hide there for the start so that the enemy don't really spot them too quick. Speaking about spotting something, do we have any stakes? No, we do not. And the blue team are not putting down stakes either. Of course, as I always say, you can see that through, during the deployment phase. So you got to be a little bit careful about that. Yeah, I'm starting to think, I don't know if I've seen this one. So this is definitely a tournament 2v2, and I know right now there is the Scouts 2v2 tournament. I don't know of another 2v2 tournament going on. When you do send these in, please let me know if they're from a certain tournament and the like. That's always useful, just so that I can speak about that a little bit. That's pretty good. Kind of long deployment, but not horrendously. I guess not. But I'm interested in Titus's formation. I'm excited to see how those shadow bows work, but because I would see this, and I think I would definitely want to just barrel my way through that to really eviscerate those low quality troops. Quite far back here we have Imladris by Lango, so he's got his archers there, Archers of Rivendell, Nuritino Warriors, Archers of Rivendell. Behind them, the Swords of Rivendell and the Imladris Sentries. Then, Gwaithir Rockdor, some Nuritino Cav, more Nuritino Cav, some Riders of Brunnen, and Eldrenway Swordmasters there. And that's not where we have the general, no. It just kind of looked like a general position. Do we have them inside the rock door today? Yeah, looks like it. Okay. I've made my viewpoint very clear about cavalry generals, how I feel about them. Oh, he did put down stakes, but I guess they maybe popped them down right at the end. And then we've got Isengard as muffins. So we've got the half-orc Baneguard and the Warg Riders with some Warg Skirmishers. Dunlending clansman with an armor upgrade now. That's nice. Alongside some pikes. Quite a sturdy line. Most certainly. Then, Baneguard there. Warg skirmishers. Reavers. Interesting. And the champions of the White Hand. I guess, yeah. Rhun do pack on some armor. And they do have a lot of crossbows. So I guess Muffins is kind of thinking, why bother with my own heavy armor? I'll just throw that out the window and make his crossbows count for very little. And yeah, so you definitely want to be focusing on that force with the crossbows. I'm trying to think. I do think I remember seeing this one on Scout's channel, so I should be able to link this one up fine and dandy if I remember to do so. If it is the battle I think it is. But 18,000 frames almost this fight, so that's quite a while for a 2v2, but kind of is what is expected. There's no artillery on the field today, so that's alright. But no real, like, major archer powerhouse on either side. Especially not that... I guess you could consider Rhun and Isengard to be quite powerful archer factions if they want to be. Just because of Isengard's crossbows and Rhun's very balanced nature. We have no movement. We're 4,000 frames in. We have no movement yet. What about the blue guys? Nothing from here either. Okay, yeah, cool. I appreciate a stare down. Definitely. Come on, boys. Maybe not too long a stare down, though. But yeah, so there might be, because this is a bit longer than a normal 2v2, there might be a battle starts time in the description. That will be underneath, because I'll always put like Scout's viewpoint, and then underneath that will be the teams or, you know, the battle start. So you might have to just extend the description, but it'll be in there somewhere, hopefully. And, okay, we do have some movement. So that'll just be kind of from the first shot or the first melee clash. So if you do want to just skip to that, especially if you've already seen this on Scout's channel, if you know how the initial plays go down. But I always enjoy this part. This is something that I think is always missed in the later Total War games. You know, because the maps are so small, you never really get this very careful, very methodical outmaneuvering strategy. Now, the problem with Titus here, he's going to have to move these shadow bows, and that's going to reveal them. So, yeah, I guess he was hoping for a rush. You can get an Imladris rush. Definitely, that can work out. So I guess that's kind of what he was hoping for there. And that's not really... He's been good to keep them hidden there, though, because they're nice and fast, so you could quite quickly just lurch them around to where they needed to be. But I like what Muffins is doing here. Yeah, just come all the way around. See if you can box up your enemy a little bit. Again, no artillery. Like, that's really how you punish boxes, but... And, I mean, you know, when I say a box, I don't mean actually like a full-on noob box. I just mean sort of curling their lines. Getting them to create these sort of like little corners in their formation when they can't really just form a proper line in front of you. The cav is present. Now these knights, yeah, they will eradicate a fair few wargs, but you never really want to do that. You never really want to throw your knights at a unit of wargs. It's just not, you know, like you'll win the fight, but it's not a nice use of your knights, you know. You really don't. Not your first target, anyway. Especially not when there's warg skirmishers there backing up the normal wargs, getting their nice armor-piercing javelins in there. So, yeah, the warg skirmishers at least know how to stand in a proper line. I'm interested, I don't know, I maybe need to ask somebody why they've done that at some point. Why do the warg riders go for the horde formation, whereas the warg skirms are left to have the standard sort of line like that? No, of course, I get kind of the reasons, but I know I might ask one of the dev boys at some point. I think we're about to get that, so we are at a little bit, well, yeah, about 7,500 frames, and we are kicking off. Yeah. Wargs yeeting, interesting, into the Shadow Guard. You got the Riders of the Bruin in there hammering into them. I would leave it to them. Yeah, I'd want to hold my fire for some of the knights, or maybe for the flagging Gamprim line there. But Shadow Guard, that's an unpleasant thing for Catragon. Good move by the Riders. we don't like Rhun do have some mounted archers, but they do, don't they? Yeah, they've got like the Varag mercenary riders or something. I'm pretty sure they do have a mounted archer, but it's not really something that you want to rely on. And relying on crossbows as well, like that's always my bane when I'm playing as Cardlin. Like, I love to play as Cardlin. I love their crossbow units, but it does mean that, you know, horse archers and basic foot archers as well can always outrange you. And that's definitely a pain Catragon's feeling right now. And because we only really have these poor orc archers to rely upon, that's not really going to be too much of a threat. The Shadowbows have stayed hidden. So, no, the red team still do not know that they exist. That'll be cool to see when he wants to pop them up. These Olokai are by themselves. Now, they're by themselves because they've got a long way from the enemy, but Nuratino Cav, okay, yeah, no, they're coming on back. Trolls hanging out by themselves is always a scary prospect. Nasty cavalry charge can work wonders against them. Okay, Catron is still sort of peeling around here. Yeah, no, we don't want to approach with, you know, those crossbows just waiting for us. That'd be unpleasant. I was just thinking, you know, we could use the Imladris Knights over here and maybe do some work, but not with those crossbows. Just wouldn't be worth it. Looks like Lango is keen for something, though. He thought about it. No, he's pulling back now. Melkor's Chosen coming at him. If he can tempt those Melkor's Chosen out, though, and keep the Olokai out of the fight. Oh, the Gwathi Rockjaw are nowhere near. Nuratino Cav there. Nah, that's alright. Shooting into the Melkor's Chosen. Wow, we actually dropped one. I was going to say that was not going to do too much because they are heavily armoured and they are shielded, but damn, we dropped one. We're at 1% casualties for 0%, which it doesn't sound like much, but you know, when these in a tournament fight, especially between like everybody here today is good. Like everybody here today is a pretty experienced player, so it does count for a fair bit. Where's the Brunin still firing, and Temple Guard are present. Okay, yeah. I mean, it sucks to lose the Riders of the Brunin, but I'm sure he is happy enough to get a bit of fire out of those Temple Guard. But there's no other choice. Titus has to shoot these guys down, and his Orc Archers are just not cutting it. I like this Orc Fodder. I don't know what you'd really call this. Just the hive of Orc Fodder running back and forth there, trying to devour arrows. But it's just tiring the poor little boys out. Poor little creatures. But yeah, crossbows coming there. Yeah, just to ward off the enemy. Orc Archers, not even Mourn on Archers. Dearie me. Dearie me. Yeah, okay. We'll go into 2 times speed for a second, just until we see some more action. As I say, if you're watching this, I would always recommend, well, one, maybe consider popping on 2 times speed. That's how I watch most content. And then also just that little right arrow, just press that once or twice. If nothing's happening, if you're getting a little bit bored, just press that once or twice. You know, see what's going on like 10 seconds later. Really, like, there's no offense taken by it. That's how I watch content, and I'd much rather you watch my content like that rather than not watch my content at all. So please do. Yeah. Anyway, so Isengard, do you have the chance? I don't know, man. I don't know. Right now I'm kind of scared for the blue team just because of their army composition. But if they're able to just take a beating, they're at 2% now. That's. But their actual, like, all they've really been losing is arguably a bit trashy. Yeah, that's not a terrible thing for them. If they can keep their good quality units safe and just absorb the enemy's ammo, then this is definitely still winnable for them. Not that it's in the pot right now. It's just I'm just saying it's definitely pretty good. The Riders of the Brunin, though, far from running out of ammo just yet. What are we going for there? That's a nice target. Oh, Nazgul. Okay, heavily armored, but unshielded, and a lot of hit points. So hell, yeah, nice accurate elven horse archers. not a terrible idea to go for something like that. I would probably be tempted by, to be honest, what would I be tempted by? Not really sure. I think, no, I would have probably taken that shot as well. We saw some of them getting bloodied, but they're far, far from dead just yet. Any damage we can do to them now, though, is very useful. Oh, there was a little bit. Oh, no. Ouch. We are... Okay, no, we're staying there. Temple Inquisitor's coming out. Temple Inquisitor's coming out, chasing some Warg Skirms. Gonna catch some of them. If they don't break, this is okay, though. Oh, goodness me. Thing is, Titus and Catrigon, they would be okay with a fight here, because they're underneath the Eastron Horse Archer's cover block. So even though they would lose that engagement, the amount of fire that's coming at them, they would chase them away. And they would, or they would just make it worth their while. Over here, though, Graithy Rockdoor coming on in, getting a charge in the Orc Fodder. Certainly something that they will just shrug off the damage from. And that they're actually pushing right on through into the jabs. They don't want to stay in there forever. But with the infantry swarm following up now, this is, yeah, wow. That is good, and that's definitely going to put Titus in a scary spot. Where are those Shadow Woes? And those Shadow Woes are really far off. Yeah, so this is a nice place. The Naz High are even in here. Yeah, geez, oh. So this is just shattered through. It's all fodder for Titus there, though. But that's a shame. They've just been thrown off without much benefit. The Maulers, everything else is coming crashing on in now to even it up. But I worry about that Uruk-hai pike line. What could do some damage to that? Oh, Clansman there receiving a charge. Nice spearmen though, and they both got the anti-cavalry bonus from their spears and the anti-cavalry bonus from just being done lending souls. But you can see how many actually died from that charge anyway. I think I'm going to have to slow down a little bit. Just to 0.7 for a second. Wow, Muffins is actually falling back. Why? I guess the Shadow Bows popped up, but Temple Guard are shooting you. I knew, yeah, I guess he was scared about a flank, but he's going to take a lot of losses as he falls back there. Into Lango's protective grasp. Over on this end, it's a little bit worse for the Uruk-hai, as they really are facing up against the entirety of the runic army, or, well, most of it, is descending upon them. The disciplined Uruk-hai, disciplined and heavily armoured Uruk-hai, should hold out for a good bit, even in a fight that is not in their favour. There's a bit of cavalry play going on here. Oh, the Uruk-hai, good catch from them. Looking like a lot of the Nuritino Cav taking a beating. But they may have taken a charge. It's hard to say if they got the charge against the Nuritino Cav or if the Nuritino Cav charged them. Now, this is just... There's a lot of micro going on. So this is totally understandable. Like, we're going through this at 0.7. And we've not got everything to control here. But there could have been a charge on those Temple Guard. Wow, interesting. I would have maybe... Oh, wow. And the Graithy Rockdoor on the other side. This is a fantastic little hit. Those Temple Guard dropping down to 35, 33. My goodness me. Now he's going to make them hurt for that with a counter charge from his Uruk-hai. I think he just saw the writing on the wall and he said, right, Temple Guard, you got to take the beating so that the Uruk-hai can punish the enemy for it after. Melkor's Chosen are here now though, and they actually dealt a stinging blow to the Imladris Guardians too. This is sort of the problem with like a very wide formation now. You end up sort of losing focus, and you do have little mistakes like that here and there. Pikes have gotten themselves down. Those Temple Executioners pulling back. It looks like there was maybe an accident there, but they're taking arrow fire. Those fantastic Swordmasters. This is a tough space to be in now. You know, that's quite a few percentage points to be down, especially when you've gotten your elite units hurt so badly. But it really has been Mordor. Oh god. Oh no, no, no. This isn't what Mordor needs. This is not what Mordor needs. Stay in the fight, boys. They're shaking and wavering. The Temple Executioners are fine, but even the Minas Morgul Chosen there were wavering. I'm surprised those Orc Maulers. Nope. That's them bolting. That's 172. Well, 173 at time of rout. Oh god, that's Catrigon down. Okay, that's double blue generals just dropped over a very, very short time. That's scary. That is very scary. Okay, Baneguard there. Going toe-to-toe with the flag rim. I would expect that to go worse for the Isengard, but I think it's just with all this nasty cavalry around them. I love cav v cav fights. They're so fun to just like see, you know, melee cavalry and knights clashing against each other and just dropping one another like that. It's a nice aspect for me. I would want to get these Reavers involved though, because they are going to be charge bait soon. Looks like Muffins has got them moving on in though. This is a break. Oh, half-orc Isengard breaking there. That surprises me. They're really near friends. They should come back, as long as they don't suffer too many losses there on that short route. And Smorgul Chosen still holding the line. Temple Executioners in there, but this is a nice fight for Isengard, backed up by a few of Imladris' units on the flanks. Swords of Rivendell. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of fodder here. Just chasing them off. This is where you'd want to get like a unit of light cav, maybe a out of ammo unit of... Nah, I don't think there is any riders over here. Yeah, just to chase them off, make sure that they don't come back, which a few of them have. But still, by the time they come back, they're going to be very tired. The Swords of Rivendell are going to be lurking around for the Minas Morgul. Wow, oh, not Minas Morgul. Melkor's Chosen there, breaking at 9. I know it's the Imladris sentries, but wow. That's a shame for them. Titus is getting his line curled up on now. The Reavers clashing away, but the Gambler are going to be enjoying that. Wow, interesting. Good, good, good. Considering they're like right up in each other's faces, I would have said that would be better for the Reavers. Nice charge, but every time you do charge, you run the risk of receiving a quick counter charge. Now that's never really a problem in the first few charges, but you are taking damage from that, and we have just suffered a general death from Lango. But the stubborn morale of the High Elves is going to hold them through that, I suspect. Weithi Rockdoor getting in, interrupting the crossbows, likely causing severe damage to them too. They're still fresh. That's the amazing thing about Elven Cav. Like, they're just going to be running around over, you know, for the entire fight. Probably winded at the end of it. That was a pretty unfortunate hit though, but he's got them tied up. He's got them to stop shooting. What you'd maybe be tempted to do is target those Rockdoor with these crossbowmen here. He might be doing that, actually. Ah, this is a scary spot to be in now for the red team. I keep almost calling them the bad guys. I'm really sorry about that, Titus and Catragon. But, because we do have Isengard on this side, but I don't know, we can kind of assume that there is some sort of, Saruman decides to turn good, once again, out of all of his shame or something like that. But it's tough to think of narratives for tournament battles a lot of the time. Berserkers are in there. Very nice to see. I didn't actually spot the Berserkers. But yeah, they'll crack on through. Ooh, nice rear charge there. Risky. Taking a bit of damage to this guy. Yeah, one down. Ooh, I don't think that was maybe worth it. I don't think they dropped enough to justify that. But I think he was just trying to achieve some sort of ping-pong strategy, which is always fun to do. But yeah, now with the line really folding around. No, this is not the fight that I thought it was from Scout. But still, he might have got this one up. So if he has, please do send it to me in the comments. Oh, these poor pikes getting stabbed in the back. I do this a lot. As I say, I've got a very shameful siege where, which I will have to get to at some point, where I have my heavy goblin spears getting shot in the back by Ironfoot crossbowmen, just because I didn't pay any attention to them. But yeah, and with everything going on right now, as I say, I've just got to emphasize we are at 0.7 speed. This is happening a lot faster for them. I think we'll actually go back to 1 times speed. So us catching these little mistakes, which he has noticed now, is something that's a lot more tricky for them. Oh, goodness me, who yeeted those jabs? I thought I saw a quick jab volley, but I maybe was mistaken. I might have been mistaken from that. I don't see who did it. Some routing Dunlending clansmen there. Flagrim look like they're maybe trying to group up with something or just try and shut down these cav. Oh dear. Crossbowmen routing there. Crossbows here. Nice golden... yeah, would you say that's like a golden... It's not a golden fletching. How are we explaining the little golden streak that comes along there? Oh well, we probably won't get to see it again. Probably won't get to see it again this battle, as the Warg Riders come in. Temple Inquisitors are trying to chase them down. I've been seeing a lot of the Temple Inquisitors recently, and I'm a big fan of it. They're one of my definitely one of my favorite looking units, I think. So yeah, I mean Temple Executioners look awesome, but I think Temple Inquisitors are really really cool too. So it's fun to see them mucking about, and I'm glad people are, you know, seem to be using them a bit more than they used to. In Imladris, not Imladris, Eldarimwe Sword Masters chasing these. Unlike the Bruin and River Wards, they do not have an anti-cavalry bonus with their long swords, but still a lot of damage coming into cavalry all the same, even without any sort of bonus. A few crossbows running away, Spears of Rivendell being peeled off to go and try and chase them down. With the armor upgrade, they look really cool, Spears of Rivendell. I'm quite glad they were given armor piercing. They just kind of, like, they really were forgotten about in the last version, so it's nice that people do use them a lot more now. They're such a nice looking unit, so it was a shame that they just were never touched. Rhun and River Wards unfortunately getting... Oh wow, good catch from Lango there, as he pushes in to chase away those orc fodder again. Yeah, Nuritino Cav, yeah, this is perfect. Just get the light Cav, get these wounded, very badly bloodied units, and just have them chase down the Mordor forces, get them off the field, and that's always super duper. What we call, yeah, some breaking there. Where are the last holdouts of Mordor fight? Oh, Nazgul. Wow, wait, there's still 11 Nazgul, eh? Wow, yeah, they are just dropping people left and right here. Even with this elven skill, they're not quite capable of matching the Nazgul. Imladris sentries, they'll start to poke them on down. But yeah, there's a bit too much elven power there. But we'll just have to see if Titus is going to be letting them fight it out until the very end or not. Some Bolgs, oh, not Bolgs, Champions, sorry. Champions of the White Hand, killing the last Cavalier there. It looks like, who was that? No, it looks like it was a Temple Inquisitor. I'm just seeing the, I don't know what you'd call that little face guard for a horse. I'm sure there's a name for that piece of armor. Berserkers running on in, and yeah, it's just the Nazgul. So we'll hover over here, and I'll probably do my sort of battle round off there. So as I say, I'm always very grateful when people send me battles in which they don't actually win. It's really, really nice, because you do watch a lot of these. I mean, I watch so much Third Age, I watch so much like other Total War content, and yeah, there is always the great extent of it. The point of view that you're watching from is the point of view that ends up being victorious. So I love it whenever I get a battle that I can just surprise myself with, and hopefully surprise a few viewers with the fact that, like, oh yeah, you don't, you know, this side doesn't win. So that's always amazing. Please don't tell me that, by the way. Please never tell me who wins. I like to be surprised when I'm watching. So that's good, but I'm always appreciative of that. I think that this was unfortunately just a case of, you know, army compositions not matching up what we needed. I loved Titus's idea. I really wish we could have seen that come to fruition, but we just didn't. But I think it was Muffinson's early cav plays and Lango's cavalry there to back him up too. I think they just kind of got dominance of the positioning, and I think they just kind of caught Titus and Catragon off guard a little bit. I always love these moments when you're playing a bit of cat and mouse with your opponent, and you're dancing around the map a little bit, and then you suddenly lunge at them. And I think that's sort of what we had there. I think Titus was moving his troops around, and then suddenly, oh god, Isengard's right on me. You know, he's just hurled himself at me. So it's and maybe Titus just wasn't quite quick enough to counter that. And yeah, that was pretty great. They did a very good job of just limiting the damage. Oops, a daisy, sorry about that. Even though they didn't have a great way to counter the enemy horse archers and the enemy sort of light cavalry, they did a good job at just limiting what it was able to hit. Triple orc fodder, I love you. That is my sort of strategy for sure. Great stuff. Temple Guard there. Unfortunate about the charge to the Temple Guard. That's such a shame too. But no, all in all, very good stuff from everybody involved. And thank you guys so much. I'll see you later.